The other thing, thank you, Jenna. The other thing I just want to mention is fundraising. The Somali community in Minnesota has done a tremendous good job. I'm sure you are aware of the car wash. I'm sure you are aware of the fundraising event that happened 2 weeks ago on Friday. Hamidini was from the Alliance actually was there. I'm sure he will be able to share with you. Somalia, on that night they raised $47,000. And what we said is, if the Somali community raises, this is how much we are committed as A.R.C. If Somali community raises $1, we're going to be raising $9. We're going to bring $9 on the table. We're going to be doing a lot of work, whether it's grant writing through the USA, USG, or through the corporate. So what we have done is General Mills, which is one of the big companies, corporate in America. We approached it there, and they give us $25,000 immediately, when the drought happened. That's how we ended up in Mogadishu. Our team were heading to actually into Galkayo and Somaliland and Kunda, trying to figure out. We have a partner in Galkayo called Madam Hawa Adam. I don't know if anyone of you knows. It's not Dr. Hawa Adam. It's Madam Hawa Adam. Wonderful Somali mother who has done a tremendous good job. What she's working now is the youth in Galkayo. She built a center. We have been helping her since we came back on trip. She's a very true partner with us. So when the drought happened, we said we can't ignore the southern part of Somalia. We have to respond to it. So our team actually went there. So our program director is a Somali Canadian. He has an experience of more than 25 years working. The WFP works Save the Children. He worked the earthquake in Pakistan and in Afghanistan. So he has wealthy experience and talented Somali diaspora. And our main goal was to bring every Somali talented person to this and lead. So this is not about A.R.C. A.R.C. actually is the vehicle. The Somali diaspora are driving the professionals to get into and do some practical work. So that is what we call the true partnership. Getting involved in it, not only by donating, but also actually helping them volunteering. We are expecting Somali doctors and Somali medical team to go very soon. And I will quickly go through this so that our main cargo is actually that. Our main cargo is that. Okay. I'll try to mix the Somali English. Is that fair enough? I could only say that I have to mix.
I don't think you speak Somali.
Okay. And that's what I'm Okay, I'll briefly summarize in Somali then.
I think people are speaking English.
So okay.
Everybody speaks.
Everybody okay? I just want to, we have to consider.
We are elders.
If anyone wants me to speak Somali, please feel free. I can jump into that. There's no problem. My Somali is good. Yes, you can do it. It's a promise to strengthen the community and take the powerful life-saving action on behalf of the Muslim American people. Can you go to the next slide? This is what exactly is happening. What's happening in Somalia is really terrible. Change is needed. New change, new way, new direction. If we have to do something very good in Somalia, the international community have been working a lot, international organizations, including the international community, have been working a lot for the past 20 years. But also Somali diaspora have been sending money for the past 20 years. So everyone has been spending, but after 20 years, no one is satisfied with what's happening in Somalia. So we have to change. And the way to change is through these neighbors foundations, coming together, doing some Somali diaspora as well as the international community, A.R.C, and doing some very positive things on the ground. So what's happening in the famine in Somalia is the first time in 20 years the United Nations has declared a population. You already know what's happening there. The most affected area is South-Central Somalia. We are now working in Mogadishu under the transitional federal government. Our team are on the ground for the past 1 month, and they've been feeding more than 1,000 families now. And what we were like is to do the last food distribution we did was just a day before the Ramadan. We will make sure that the people who are really suffering has an opportunity to have some food, something to eat. But also we're doing more than food. As an international organization, we're not only doing the food, what we're planning to do, Somali Transition and Federal Government, we're doing the request, collecting some money and delivering the food. But here is what's missing is that the health is missing, the electricity is missing, the water, clean water is missing, and also there's a protection is missing. So the pictures that you will see later on, you will see where they were living before and where they shelter. They will have a transitional shelter, but they will also have the protections. But they will also have the food. They will have a clinic center there, so that they have everything rather than only by giving you food and then living there. Tomorrow, what's going to happen? Because if you donate 20,000, 10,000, or 30,000 today, and we buy all the food and we do the food, what's tomorrow? Are you going to give us another 30,000? Absolutely, maybe, yes. But still, we are looking beyond that. So what we're trying to do is what we call is camp management. How these people, in the short term, we can have everything with the basic human needs. But also in the long term, for example, if there's a rain, we will provide seeds. If someone wants to go back to the Somalia Central area, where it's an agricultural area, we're going to be providing incentives, seed and money, so that they can go back into the farming. So it's a short term as well as long term what we're doing. So it's a combination of that. The more poverty, and now when we say about inside Somalia, we have to be based inside Somalia. The difference between the DAP is about there are 400 to 500,000 refugees from Somalia in the DAP, right? Abdul knows better than me. But what we're saying is that there are 2.8 million, 2.85 million inside Somalia. So you can compare the number. There are very few international organizations working inside Somalia. So we are inside Somalia, and the reason we are, it's not because of A.R.C. wants to run, it's because of the Somali diaspora. Added to the leadership as program director, everyone joined us that, everyone is so excited, and we have a line of volunteers now, doctors, who as soon as we set up their logistics stuff, they will be going to Somalia and inside Somalia. Under the area of Al-Shabaab, under the area of the area that we can go, we're not ignoring. Those are the areas that are mostly affected area. But we're not ignoring. Today, what's happening in our office, the headquarters, we're training people who are from those areas. And what they're going to be doing is, number one, we have to collect the data. We have to know where it's mostly affected area. And what will be our response? Is it going to be airlift food to take food and drop it? Which area needs health issues there? Which area diseases are breaking out in Somalia, the sub-Central area? And if there's any community leaders who are can engage in those areas or organizations, that we can work. So our part of the plan is actually engaging in the southern part of Somalia, Bay and Bacolod region area and Lower Shabelle. We're not ignoring. On Wednesday, what's going to happen, we have a team at the headquarters. They will be calling relatives, friends, family members who are in those areas. They will be asking certain questions, asking, do you have enough food? How is your neighbors doing on? Is there an organization working in that area? Getting all those data. Because once we get that data, we know which area we can respond in terms of the health, which area needs in terms of water, which area needs in terms of the food. So that is what we're doing. So the part of the South-Central area, particularly the area that's under Al-Shabaab. Okay, can you get the next one? Yeah, okay, go ahead. Okay, what advocacy level? I don't know if some of you have seen it. Kainan asked him, what we're trying to do is bring every Somali leader where they are. I'm calling it, our office is trying to reach out. Brago Omar, Iman, Kainan, every Somali leader who we think about can do. Mo Farah, who's in the UK. There's another person from Holland who's well good in tennis. I don't know about the So we're trying to bring Magan, yep. So we're trying to reach the Somali successful people in the Western world, bringing them also on board, asking them to be part of this journey. But also we're bringing the imams, we're bringing the doctors, we're bringing the students to be part of that. Our program has a student scholarship program, where when we talk about transparency, 2 students will be traveling, one maybe from Ohio, one from Minnesota, going together in Somalia, observing what we are doing, volunteering, but also reporting back to the community so they can be an independent reporting to see exactly what's happening on the ground. And that is part of our plan, to be transparent and accountable. Kainan and Bono, I don't know if many of you know him. Bono, he has been advocating for human rights humanitarian for the past 20 years. And he was in Minnesota for about a couple of weeks ago. Kainan also came in Minnesota with him, and they are part of this process. There's a discussion going as for us how we can work together, how we can be partners. Of course, they're going to be generating money, but also we don't need only their money, but we need their advocacy to step up and address the crisis in Somalia. Somalia needs a solution today. Somalia needs this drug does not need to happen in that was man-made famine, but this is natural, also as well as man-made famine. But also, we have to address the Somali youth, the backbone in Minnesota. They've been doing a tremendous good job. These are the Somali youth from the University of Minnesota, Mohammed, Shukri, and Rukia. Yeah, so those are very active, not only them, but Somali students at the University of Minnesota, Somali students the Refugee Committee Technical College are on board too. They have been doing car wash, they have been doing going to the cab for the all those activities. But they are very on the hand of this. You have seen them, they did car wash. But what their car wash brought, they brought it $7,500 for the donation. But they changed the image of the Somali youth in America. They changed the media has covered a lot of that. The media has covered, so they changed it. So now everyone is talking about it. Somali youth are doing a good job. Somali community are stepping up. So this is the image. Our image has been not so strong lately, but they are the ones who are changing. They are the ones. So we have to support them and do it. And hopefully I will connect with this student association here in the beginning of the I've talked about the other thing. This was the Samusa, but also we were involved the soccer. We sponsored the soccer. Somali Americans came from different states in summer, June 25th to July 4th. They played soccer from Boston. Boston won, I think, the cup. We sponsored the cup. It's called Neighbors Foundation Soccer Tournament team. But also we had a beautician. We had a group there. So we brought all the people, Somalis and non-Somalis. The media has covered very positively. And those are the kind of things. But here, you see what we do here. We are expecting August 20th, Ramadan Iftar dinner. The same group of people come around the same location. 350 people coming together doing the fundraising in Minneapolis, but also having an iftar. People, non-Somalis will get to know what's iftar, but also they are helping us to support the back home in Somalia. Next. Okay. It's new. We are just mobilizing the Somali diaspora. Everyone is important. Every one of you is very important. If you want to get involved in it, yes, please. Feel free. We give it to you, the forms, fill it out. What area are you interested in? We'd like to see Ohioans to jump into this. Ohio is the second largest Somali Americans living in Ohio. That is why we say our next step is Ohio. We have to talk to you guys and see. But also we're trying to manage U.S. government policy and security issues. Thanks to God. I mean, they lifted it back. You can imagine how much it's very difficult. The area under Al-Shabaab control is has been very challenging, but at least in the area under transition of federal government, now we can expend the U.S. taxpayers' money there in that area. And also linked to technical competency. If you are a doctor or nurse, we will take care of the logistic things from here all the way to Somalia. We need you to volunteer 3 weeks, 4 weeks, your time. It's a sadaqah, and you can do it actually. You can help back home, but also you can help. You don't have to worry about security. Already our team is already there. I challenge that a few Somali doctors who said, what about security? Malaysia is a dangerous place. I think Mohammedino was there a few months ago.
Can you repeat that again?
I talked to some of Somali doctors, and we sat down. Some of them raised the question of that. Well, they have been in the U.S. for a very long time. I went back to Somalia after 17 years last year, and that's when I got the energy, a lot of energy that we see. Because last year I traveled to Somalia, I was very fortunate to see on the ground. Nothing was different than 1993 when I left it. So I worked at Time Magazine. I traveled by double. I took some pictures. I wrote Time Magazine. I was young at that time. Don't look, 20 years was. So we have done it. It changed me. Really changed me. And I'm sure Mohammedini will say something if he traveled to Somalia. When you go there, the reality is it's a relative safe. You can work. People are very nice, humble. People want peace. People don't want to get issues. People want someone to provide peace so that they can go on daily life. But when we need it, when I challenge the doctors, there is the question of the security. Yes, medical doctors, any Somali professional who wants to go back and worry about the security.
Doctors, nurses.